on that top end speed and keep yourself fast in that last 40 meters and blow by everyone else? Well, what's your regimen looking like in the weight room, and what's your process been like in the weight room?
Okay. Since I'm already like a smaller size guy, like as coaches would say, I like get like, of course you gotta get bigger, get stronger and stuff like that, but like mainly, like try to like change it up too. You feel me? Like, like as you live, like don't forget to like get like some sprints and like hills and stuff like that. Okay. Like resistance bands. Go to the field, go to the track. If that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the route you're doing. But yeah, you know, just change it up. You know, just change it up. You don't want to get too big. Yeah, that's how I got fast as a kid. Though, my dad used to have me on the parachute at the practice. I used to run, and that guy used to get me fast. I ain't gonna lie.
So now, obviously, you guys didn't have these elite level coaches when you guys are making that process from being young kids. Obviously, you guys didn't have access to world class coaches.
Yeah, right.
So, how many days a week were you working out, and what would you tell young kids who don't have access to the facilities you guys have now? What would you tell to young kids who don't have access to the facilities, don't have access to the luxuries of world-class facilities? What would you tell these young kids who know they can make it, are willing to put in the work? What would you tell them in order to chase their dreams in the athletic world?
I ain't gonna lie, and like for the part that I was saying, like if you like a young kid, I feel like if you can't lift weights and stuff like that, I say you can go to Walmart. It's like at least like $30, $40 for like the parachute.
Okay.
And just get some just run with the parachute on, and like just keep running. Just stay active. Get like a resistance band. Have somebody pull you resistant while you're running, and like that's like before you start lifting weights and all that. But then
I say just find a way, bro.
Yeah, you gotta
find a way regardless.
Meet new people, bro. I'm telling you, meet new people. That's on the same path you on. I promise you, they're gonna help. They're gonna help you with stuff you don't got, and you can help them with stuff they ain't got.
Yeah,
y'all can all learn like that.
Just gotta find a way, bro.
High
school, it was 20 degrees out. I was shoveling track on the snow to get the track cleared to make sure I got some work in. Looking back on it now, it was probably dumb because I probably could have pulled something.
Nah, for real.
Like that. But my mindset back then, just to get y'all where I was at, my mindset, you just gotta.
And it's always a Planet Fitness anywhere. Planet Fitness is like, I want to say it's free, but it's like cheap. It's very cheap back. So you definitely can Planet Fitness if you old enough to lift.
Take a bus up there or something. Find a way.
Or you can do plyometric. Plyometric that don't allow it.
I'm saying you can do that right in your backyard.
You can do squats, push-ups,
right in your backyard.
Yeah, for real. So basically, what you guys are saying is, no matter what it was, no matter what you were doing, what equipment you have. Whether, when that sun comes up in the morning, when that sun goes down at night, between those two times, y'all were doing something every day.
And hills too, you ain't gotta pay for no hills.
You ain't got to.
Okay.
Plyometrics, none of that. You ain't gotta pay for none of that.
Okay. All right, so now let's move on a little bit to nutrition. So this is a big subject I know a lot of people struggle with, and when it comes to speed, nutrition is everything. When it comes to athletes, nutrition is everything. Let's talk to these two guys about what their process has been like in the kitchen and what their process has been like throughout high school and moving into world-class facilities. What's the switch been like in terms of your views on nutrition and what you put in your body? And what are some differences you've noticed in terms of what you put in your body and what changes have you noticed when you change what you put in your body?
All right, it's on you. All right. So
I'm a big Ocho Cinco guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ocho Cinco guy. Go ahead.
Y'all gotta cut out the grease foods, man. Grease, fried. Y'all gotta cut them out, bro. It's not good.
I feel like it depends on your archetype too, though. If you like, you know what I'm saying?
For the track guys, out there. Maybe unless y'all little shot put, whatever that. But talking to the sprinters, distance runners, all that. Cut out the grease foods, man. Fried foods, all of that. Fast foods, all of that. That's gotta go, man.
McDonald's.
McDonald's gotta go.
Nah, we got there.
But you said like what changes did I see to my body?
Was there any changes you made in your diet that really affect your performance? And if they were, what foods were you eating that you cut out that were good? And then what foods did you add maybe when you got to college or when you needed to get faster that you started eating that really helped you? Were you eating protein shakes? Were you making smoothies? Were you eating lean meat? Were you eating fatty meat? What was your diet like as a whole? Walk me through what you were eating on average in a day when you were going into high school, and then break down what you eat now as an all-American D1 athlete at one of the best kitchens in all of America and all of college sports?
All right, so like throughout high school, I take you through the day of high school. High school, I had my mom still cooking breakfast for me. I wake up.
Okay.
She make me 2 sausage, egg, and waffle sandwiches.
Okay.
Some oatmeal and some strawberries. I eat that every day, every morning. Lunch, school lunch. You know, you gotta had to see it through.
You got to see it through.
School lunch. Yeah. So after that, I get home. I usually try to eat something like some chicken or something like that. Something lean, like some grilled chicken or like some ground beef, something like that. And then I have some type of green with it. Some either like broccoli, zucchini, something like that. And then I make a smoothie after. Okay. So that was my day. That was my high school plan out. I wasn't really big on like supplements like protein, nothing like that. Yeah. Now switching to college.
Yeah.
At college,
a whole different ball.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, that's a whole. That's when steaks get involved. All type of food.
I wake up around like 7 a.m. every day. Go to the athletic dining hall that we have at VT. We're blessed to have that, and they have guys that there's a buffet. It's really like a buffet every day. You get pick out whatever food you want, but then they got these special chefs that make like special omelets for you, like to your liking, whatever you want to put in. So I just go over there and get an omelet. Go and get some fruit, and like either some orange juice or like some fruit infused water, something like that. I'll have that for breakfast, and then come back for lunch. Get me a little like turkey sandwich or something like that. Nothing too heavy because I don't like to eat real heavy before practice, something like that. So then after that, dinner comes. You never know. You never know with VT with dinner, brother. So like they got salmon, steak.
Yeah, that's what we be having ING.
Chicken. I wasn't eating none of that at the crib. So like
I was blessed with that steak and rice. I already told you about that.
So we can even simplify. So let's say with each meal, you say we have a little bit of protein, a little bit of carbs in the form of maybe a fruit, maybe some bread, a lot of juices, a lot of liquids, and then when it comes down to your lunch and your dinners, you're going pretty heavier on the protein after you've worked out, maybe a little bit heavier on the complex carbs like a bread or a pasta, and then again, you're drinking water throughout the whole day.
Right. And I meant to add, like, during, like, all those times, like, if I have, like, water or Gatorade for my beverage, I'll make sure I put a little bit extra salt in it or something like that because I tend to be cramping. Freshman year, I cramped so bad, so once sophomore year came around, I was like, I'm not cramping, no more workouts, nothing like that. So once I started doing that, it helped me out.
There you go, put that salt in your water. You know, if you're drinking the water, good rule of thumb. When you're drinking water, a lot of people say your pee needs to be clear. Your piss needs to be a little bit yellow. Why? Because when you take the salt with the water's going to stick and stay and hydrate your muscles and give you that hydration. All right.
It's free game.
Let's talk to this guy about what he eats on a daily basis and how.
Now or like
let's talk about both. So we're going to talk about what he ate in high school to perform at a high level, and now let's talk about what he eats at ING to run at this insane level. So let's walk me through what you eat before a day at high school. A day at Wheeling Park High School. What did you eat every day?
I ain't gonna lie. Some days I didn't eat breakfast. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm the type of person like I can't eat early in the morning. It's just not me.
Alright.
So I may eat some toasted strudels, some waffles, eggs. For you, everybody do that.
Alright.
But like after that school lunch, I probably eat like protein bars during the daytime.
Okay.
Like the just the different protein bars during the day. And at nighttime, my mom cooked like chicken. You know what I'm saying? I blessed her with that.
Alright.
But ING though, it's more like what he had. Okay. We got more like I could get choices. You feel me? Like I could get like omelets, whatever I want. Omelets, like steak, rice, like greens and all that, fruit, juice, all that. Mm-hmm. I eat 3 times a day, like at ING now. They be blessed up.
Alright, so we answered what they're doing to train in terms of what they're getting faster. We're talking about what they're eating every day. Now let's talk about what our days are looking like, period. So you talk about you have practice, you talk about you have a weight room, you're eating. Let's talk about how much work it really takes to put it on a daily. Because we got some guys that are eating a ton of food, tons of different stuff, taking a lot more care of their nutrition. Some guys who don't really need to. They perform without it, so they don't feel it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But both of these guys, they're not just not putting in the work. They said you're doing something every day, doesn't matter what it is. Let's talk about what you guys really focus on every day. When it comes to each day, what are you attacking? What's the goal each day? Obviously to get faster, to improve.
Yeah.
But what specifically do you guys like to focus on in terms? Let's start with Torrence. What do you focus on every day? Whether it's a training session, what's a good day of hard work, getting faster, eating? What's a day of work look like for you, getting productive, being super productive?
Okay, so I'm gonna just give y'all a day in the life a little walk through.
Okay.
So wake up around 8 a.m. Usually have.
Give me one second. All right, it's video. All right.
I usually have mentor meetings like for classes and stuff like that. So I bang those out, go to class.
Yeah.
Bang those out, go to class. Then after that, I finally get into focusing on track stuff. So we have practice usually around like 3:30, something like that. I get out of classes around like 12, so that's when I go get lunch. And then after that, I try to go to the rehab room.
Okay, you're taking your body. Okay.
Around like an hour and a half, 2 hours early before practice because I want to make sure I'm activating all the stuff I need to activate before practice so I can make sure I get a good warm up. So yeah, I do prehab stuff, like just making sure everything's right so nothing gets injured.
What would be an example of some prehab stuff you do? You foam rolling? Do you do bands? What would be an example?
I'll do like, let's say like I'll do like hamstring curls, hamstring sliders. I'll do like calf stretches. Get somebody to roll me out, stuff, all that, get me stretched. Do a whole bunch. I do like the stick stuff, like with the arms.
So you do upper mobility as a track guy.
It's full body. Track you're using your whole body. A lot of people think it's just the legs. Full body sport. Wow. So yeah, we're doing that, and then make sure I'm hydrated. Of course, obviously.
So drinking water.
Yeah, I'm drinking the most water before practice starts. Like within that 2 hours, I'm trying to get at least a whole bottle down. A 32-ounce bottle of water.
So that's about four that's about four of the decent sized ones.
Right. So yeah, once I get that done, once I'm getting done with rehab, it's time to start practice. Locked in, AirPods in, all that warming up. Make sure I get a great warm up in, and while I'm warming up, the key when you want to run fast too, running fast comes with good form. And when you're warming up, you should be working on your form every time you're warming up.
So what you're saying is when you're warming up, you're mentally prepping. You're obviously prepping your body by eating right. Mm-hmm. When you're going into practice and you're going into every single aspect of everything that's leading up to the things that are making you successful, you're saying you're being super intentional. And by intentional, you're paying attention to the little details.
Yeah, you got to create good habits.
Every detail matters to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So let's break it down. What are the details when you're going through mentally? What are the aspects of my sprint that I need to work on? What details are you like? Okay, hips, knees. What do you look at? It's like this needs to be perfect every time. Every time I'm looking at this, it needs to be perfect.
So I say like up to start when we're doing like, for instance, I'll give an example like A skips or something like that.
Okay.
I'm making sure I'm up tall.
All right.
I'm thinking in my head, all right, I gotta get my knees up.
Okay.
I gotta get my toes up, and I gotta have a good dorsiflex in the ankle when I'm pounding. But I want to put good pressure on the ground, like every time I'm doing. So I'm thinking of that. Good arm swing, nothing going all crazy with my arms. I'm keeping them tight, nice like this. Another example could be when we're just doing like stride outs. I'm making sure once we get in the set position, I'm in a good angle. And when I'm coming out, I'm applying good pressure in the ground, stuff like that. What's another example I could say?
So basically, at the end of the day, basically you're saying form's important.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
All right.
When you get tired, that's what you're gonna need.
If you guys want to check out a full video on form, it's gonna be in the link in the bio. Torrence is gonna walk you through every aspect of form. He's gonna teach you guys how to run, what he goes through in his warm up, what he goes through, and maybe an example workout. He's gonna walk you guys through every step of form he takes when he runs to be an All-American at the college level. All right, so after you got the workout in, after you put the work in, your body's all beat up, what are you doing after, and then take us through the rest of that day at the college life?
All right, it depends on the day. So usually we have lift, but if we're not having lift, I try to put a little bit of extra work in. I go back up to the rehab room, get stretched out again, do a little bit of more rehab stuff, and then I usually get into recovery boots.
Okay.
Get my feet up, making sure the blood flows.
Okay.
Going down to my hammies, stuff like that. And then I'm not really much of a protein shake drinker.
I'm more of a
so I get the bar.
Yeah, I like the bar.
You like the bar?
Usually get the bar, eat that, and I head back to the dining room.
Wow.
The dining hall and get some dinner. Yeah.
All right, so you're basically saying from wake to all the way after practice, you're locked in, you're focused. Now what's your downtime look? So obviously you have schoolwork, you're doing that throughout the day. There are certain times. How important is getting that schoolwork in, and how do you find time to get the schoolwork in and do the things that a lot of people struggle with, and do the things that a lot of people obviously don't like to do? Mentally, how do you approach schoolwork, and how do you find the time to do it? And then when you get down to it, what do you tell yourself mentally? Like, I need to get this done. Like, how do you do that?
When it comes down to the end of the day, nobody's gonna do your work for you.
No, really.
We gotta let the teachers.
Yeah, so some people think that you just get to college and you got all these people to do your work for you. How is it? You guys are the top level athletes. You guys are as good as it gets.
It's only in the
What's
movies.
schoolwork? Oh, it's all in the movies, right? So you got to do your schoolwork. That's what they're saying.
I say, like, when it comes down to it, nobody's gonna do your work for you. So
gotta do it.
And like, it's a lot of days where I just don't feel like doing it.
That's what you don't feel like doing it. But
school has not been my strong suit.
Okay.
Like, it's not been the most motivated to do it. But
really,
to get to where I want to be at, I had to lock in. So
basically, what I'm saying, he doesn't want to do schoolwork, but he does it anyway every single day because he knows he has to do it. Because what he wants at the end is to be the best, and to be the best, you got to do the shit you don't want to do every single day.
For people that don't really like doing their work and stuff like that, a tip I be doing is like I like to front load my work during the week. So once it hits Monday, I like to do majority of my work in the beginning of the week.
Okay.
Like so I can have the rest of the week to just chill.
Okay.
That's works really good for me.
I just do mine at school. I just stay at school the most.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got a day at the college life for Torrence. Now we're gonna walk through what a day at IMG looks like for 5-star receiver, track star, future Florida Gator, come December, January, whenever he decides to go down and get rolling. Walk me through what your day-to-day life is at IMG, and just walk me through a standard day at IMG, what y'all do. You said it's pretty routine. Yeah. Walk me through that daily routine.
Okay, bet. See, I haven't got to play football yet there, so like it's still like I know they do, but like track wise, top line track.
Okay.
Track, it would be, I got school in the morning, 7:20 to 11 to like 11:30, yeah.
Okay.
And then around that time, I go eat breakfast before school. And I go to school, and then normally like on Mondays I have a free period in between, so I go to like the football meetings, like running plays and stuff like that, and then go by the class, finish that up, and then what would I normally do? I would probably just stay at the school, honest. I would stay at the school and do my work, so I gotta do it like after practice. I don't be feeling like
so even though everyone's left, you stay after. When everyone leaves, you stay by yourself and do your schoolwork by yourself because you know you gotta get it done.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you don't, it's gonna pile up, and then you definitely not gonna do it.
Okay, so
basically, you're definitely not gonna do it if you pile up, because it's already hard as it is.
All right, so here we got a 17-year-old kid by himself damn near across the country. In Florida, has no parents. He's staying after school, and all the kids are leaving to do his schoolwork. This guy's a two-sport athlete in college at the highest level, winning in both sports, and he's staying after school to do the shit he doesn't want to do. Why? Because he knows he has to do it. All right, so after you get your schoolwork done, it's about midday now.
It's like
it's his track season.
It's like around like 12.
Okay, we're at 12.
Okay, then I go to the cab, I go eat, like. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Okay, so whatever they have.
Yeah, whatever they have, we eat that. We eat some fruit before practice. Try to drink a lot of water before practice, because they be blazing hot outside.
Okay, it's hot, so you gotta.
So we're gonna drink some water, and then it's like around that time I get back, it's like 12:30.
All right.
And then I go to my dorm, I change my clothes, I get like my track stuff on, and then I would head to the training room to get like cupping, roll out, get like rehab stuff like on my knee to make sure I'm good, and like my hamstring and stuff like that. Make sure I get stretched out. And then around that time, it'd be like like 1:20. Practice started at 1:30. So we go out there and practice. Whatever our workout is, we do that. And then after practice, it'd be like at least like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we got time to go to our room and chill till like 4:30 before lifting.
Oh.
So like normally I would like just stay in the training room and just like get like ice and like stuff like that if I'm not lifting. But like normally I just go in there and just sit there and go to take a nap or something like that. And then rhythm naps in that training room, no joke.
You tired,
For real, too tired. And then shoot, after we lift 4:30, get back around like 5. The cab opened up at 5, so we go eat, and then the rest of the day just chill, sleep, but again.
Okay, so obviously we walk through a day in the life of what they're like right now at Virginia Tech and IMG. That's a lot of work. For most people, they're not doing that every day because number one, they might not have the resources and they might not have the people to push them to do this work. Yeah. What was one thing you guys did when you weren't at the schools you're at now? What was one thing you guys utilized when you were on your come up and you were on the way to where you're at now? What was one thing you did? Not even one thing, but what were some things you did to keep yourself motivated and disciplined? And how did you lock in mentally to understand like this is where I want to be? Yeah. Other people aren't on this path. Yeah. I'm on this path. I'm not maybe surrounded by a ton of people that are on this path. How did you set your guys' self up for success in the classroom and in your sports? What was that like mentally for you guys?
I feel like mainly just being humble, honestly.
Being humble?
Always be humble. Like, I don't care how good you're doing, like, stay humble, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Because when things don't go your way and you're going to get exposed, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? So, just be humble, and, like, just study, like, the little things. Like, just study the little things, like, you do and stuff like that. And, like, just work on your weaknesses, too. Weaknesses is a big thing. You're not going to want to do it. I was just talking to my dad about this. You're not going to want to do it. It's definitely going to be very uncomfortable because you're not that good at it. So, like, that's something you got to just work on your weaknesses, turn them to strengths, and then, you know what I'm saying, you should be straight.
I always said work on your weaknesses.
Yeah. Let's work whatever it is, schoolwork,
okay.
Like, get out the blocks or something like that, catching the ball, like anything, just work on your weaknesses.
Let's talk about that. What would you say if you had to pick one, if you got any? Yeah. What would say one weakness you had, whether it's academic, whether it's relationships, whether it's socially, whether it's athletically? What would you say your biggest challenge you had to overcome, and then what steps did you take to overcome that challenge, if you even have one?
I don't think on the field I had no weakness, honestly.
Yeah. Obviously, you had too many. Let's think of any weakness, any problem you had to face on you. Like, this is an issue. I know I have to do this if I want to be where I'm gonna be. How do I get over this? Well, if you have one, you can think about it.
Okay, I got two.
Okay.
One, staying consistent with schoolwork.
Okay.
Because that's the hardest thing. I ain't gonna lie. That's the hardest thing for staying consistent with schoolwork, and for me, I would say staying consistent with stretching. Yeah, because when you're running at a high class level, how we're doing and stuff like that, you gotta stretch. If not, your body not gonna react well, and then you're gonna deal with like hamstring, hips, and stuff like that.
So how often?
Mainly just consistency.
Okay. How often would you say you stretch? Would it be once a week? How often do you stretch?
Now I would before I wake up, I would like try to do some type of like toe touch or like something like
so something more.
Just something, and then. If you're gonna go work out, before every workout, just stretch. It ain't gonna take that long, but just do something like that to make you feel better. Cause now you're gonna get hurt and you ain't gonna like that.
All right,
definitely gonna like that.
All right, let's flip this question over to Torrence. What would you say, if any, what were some challenges you faced on your way up? What were some challenges you had to come on your way up? And what were some things you would recommend to people who are struggling with things? What would you recommend to people who have issues that they know need to battle? How do they get through them? And then what's the example of something you maybe faced?
Challenges, I'd say like a lot of like just outside buzz, outside buzz. Cause like a lot of it's hard to be like not even on no cocky stuff. It's humble. Like it's hard to be people like us. Like
it's not for us. In fact,
a lot of people don't do what we do. Like so, it's hard to. At that time, like back in high school, it was hard to stay locked in because everybody else was going to parties and stuff. Going to parties, getting into stuff, and it's just hard not to be with the people you was growing up with doing the same stuff. So I think that was the hardest, just trying to like separate myself from crowds that I wasn't supposed to be in, but still been able to tell them like it's all love.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the biggest lesson. Like, telling people like a lot of people can't go to the same places you want to go to.
Yeah. So you say surround yourself with people that are trying to get there or in the places you're trying to be. What were some people in our area? Obviously, we have some successful people from our area. What are a couple examples of some people that you surrounded yourself with that really help break some mental barriers with you? Like you said, you want to get to a place that not a lot of people around you are. You have to hang around with the people that are not the common people. And not everybody can be great. Everyone has the opportunity to be great, but not everyone can be great. I mean, when you're in the top 1%, you can't hang out with the 99%. Is what you're trying to say. 99% of people are not going to be D1 All-Americans, high school All-Americans, the best in the nation at what they do. Right. So obviously, you can't hang and do what 99% of the high schoolers do. So what would you recommend to people who, number one, have to get rid of negative influences in their life? Yeah. How do you come across that? And how do you know what's a negative influence, right? And then number two, who do you surround yourself with? Who are some people you guys surround yourself with? And what do those people do for you to help elevate yourself? So first, how do you talk to people that you know they can't really be in your life? You can't really hang around them because they're not trying to go where you're trying to go. How do you approach it?
Dealing with that, I feel like you really just you gotta start to try to distance yourself like slowly and stuff like that. I feel like, but
yeah, because obviously people, you got family. You know, sometimes the closest people to you are the worst influence from you. The people that you love the most might be the worst for you. You know, if there's a conversation you maybe had to have. But at the same time, like you said, if you need to distance yourself slowly, like, you know, did you have any experiences like that? You know, was there any people in your life you had to say, I can't be around you, bro? And how did you approach conversations like that?
You gotta just keep it. If they really mess with you, how they say they do, you gotta just be honest with them. Yeah, they gotta respect that. If they don't, then shoot,
yeah, they're not really your friends.
They not really your dog for real. But you know who to like. You know who to be around and who not. Like, even if you're not like. If you don't feel always comfortable around a person that's like on the same mindset as you, like, you gotta just like put that to the side and be like, we all got the same, we both got the same goals, so might as well, you know what I'm saying, we're together.
If they can't agree with what you're doing and want the best for you, it's not for you.
And you can tell too when like you call them and stuff like that to go to work out and all that, and they be like, nah, like just the laziness. If you peep that, I'm telling you, you got laziness. Yeah, like it's cool to be around the guys though. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. But there's a time and a place for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a time to put your big boy pants on. It's a time to chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, if it doesn't benefit you in any way or boost you up to where you need to be in any way, it's no good. If you're serious about your future and want to be in the same position with we in, you're gonna have to make sacrifices.
Just like hard decision.
And you always hang around too. I learned that. I definitely have learned that from seeing like.
Okay.
You gotta, if you want to be a millionaire, you gotta hang around people that want to be millionaires or millionaires. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you want to live that type of lifestyle, go hang out with that. You're gonna be that. You know?
All right. So obviously, all right. Let's use that same analogy. You want to hang around millionaires. You want to be a millionaire. You gotta hang around millionaires. You guys are extremely high level athletes. You guys are extremely successful in the athletic world. Yeah. Who are some high level athletes that you guys surround yourself with? Or who are some high level athletes you look up to and try to model what you do after? Let's start with you.
So I'll say for back here, got these guys right here, obviously.
Yeah, that's love.
I got my boy CJ Goodwin. Shout out CJ. Playing for the Dallas Cowboys. I got my friend Jack Luton. Shout out him. He's
Jack, CJ.
Playing down at West Virginia Wesleyan. Playing basketball. Yeah, that's really about it. My circle is really small. But everybody I be around is all hungry and got goals and ambitions, and if that's how small my circle needs to be, then
So basically what you're saying is you've became a 4-time high school All-American, all ACC selection for your college, one of the best sprinters in the entire nation, not just in college, not just in high school, period, right? In all of the world, one of the best sprinters that you can possibly get, and he can name 4 or 5 people that he can honestly say these people were improving my life. So all you guys, you go into these parties, you're going and doing all this stuff with all these people, and you have all these friends and have all these followers. This guy's got everything that you could possibly want when it comes to athletics, and he got 4 or 5 people from his hometown that he says are going to improve his life. So obviously your circle doesn't need to be big for you to have big goals and reach big dreams, right? You just need to have big dreams and a bunch of people with those big dreams to keep you accountable. All right, now let's talk to Tank. Who are a couple people from your hometown? Yeah. Let's talk about you. You kind of have a little bit of two high schools. Yeah. So we have 2 places that you've been. One's from where's the first one?
Virginia.
Fredericksburg, Virginia, right? And then we got, obviously, you live in Wheeling. So let's name a couple guys from Fredericksburg. Let's get some shout outs to those guys, some guys that are pushing you forward, doing big things now. Okay. And then let's name a couple guys from Wheeling that helped you out in your process, and who those guys are.
All right, shout out my boys and my dogs in VA. I'm gonna shout out my dog Mike.
Okay. What's Mike up to? What's Mike up to?
He going to Syracuse. He just committed to Syracuse. Same thing.
Shout out Mike.
Yes, sir. Wait, 9 kids.
He's going to see that. All right.
My boy Mike, shoot, there's a lot of names. I ain't gonna lie from the crib, I ain't gonna lie. But I can name Tubby, Torrence,
okay,
JoJo, John, like all them boys.
All them guys. Yeah. So basically, you say you get a lot of good guys.
Yeah, I got a lot of good guys in my corner. But when I moved to Wheeling, though, what was the question again?
Who are some guys in Wheeling that really helped you elevate your game, elevate your mindset? Who?
Well, watch that with T-Roll. Though, I ain't gonna lie. What was it? Your senior, my freshman year. Yeah, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. We was both sliding. It was when you would start getting buzzing, you would start going crazy. Like big schools would hit you up at the beats and all that. And I was like, well, I gotta get like that. I can't just let T go and win.
All right,
I gotta get like that.
Let's talk about that. So you moved into West Virginia. You were a freshman at Park. Yeah, what was it like? I don't know if you guys remember, but how did you 2 meet? What was that conversation like? And how did your guys' bond grow? Compete with each other for a spot that was 2 spots in the valley. The fastest, the second fastest, and then everyone else. But watching you guys run, what was that friendship like, competing against each other? And then what was that? How did you guys meet? And then how was that bond shape each other in the success you guys had?
It started at camp. I went to me that's at football.
Okay.
He was like 5 people, and I was just guarding and all that. I was like, oh yeah, he hard. I ain't gonna lie, he like that. It's not too many people I see that's really like, yeah, he was like that. I ain't gonna lie, he was like that. And then I can't remember how we really like. We always went to school together, but I was like around COVID though, so we wasn't. Y'all really wasn't in school like that.
So I know the summer, right? I remember we all went and we would run routes with CJ at the Y, at the local.
That's when they like started talking.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So we had a group, I think like 15, 20 guys that would all show up basically every single day, and we'd work out at the gym. Not all 15, but most of us would work out at the same gym, and then 15 guys would all meet up at the field. And we'd all do one-on-ones in football, and we'd all run routes for hours.
Too hot.
And then over that time, these guys build a bond. Right now, you guys have not only some crazy athletes, but you guys have people in your circle pushing you, and you guys have a friendship that's not only going to elevate yourself athletically, but you guys are going to elevate each other in whatever you guys do. So how important has that friendship been between you guys? And what's that done for your guys' mentality to have someone so close and to have someone so successful that's basically your best friend? How is that feel?
It's everything, bro. Because to get to where we want to be at, we need people like that's gonna push each other around. Because being around Tank since he was young, high school, freshman year, working out with him every day. I know what it's like for him when he's going 100%. I know what it's like for him. I know his limits. I know everything. So knowing that, it helps me push him way harder. It helps me know what he needs to say, what I need to say to him to get him going, stuff like that, and vice versa. So just
push each other. Like I said earlier, like weaknesses. Like he'll find my weaknesses and he'll find my weaknesses, and we go at each other about that and help each other out. You feel me?
Just iron sharpens iron.
Basically, you guys are saying you gotta hold each other accountable.
Basically, if we was on the same team on AAU too, with Coach EJ, shout out Smart Chosen, all my boys. We was definitely the whole summer we was grinding, like going to Oregon, all that, the whole summer, hotel. Wow. So we like grew together for real. Like we went from we both ain't had no offers and nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, you was getting crazy.
He was there when I got my first offer.
I was there. That's what I'm saying. Hey, nah, that's a fact. Everybody, that was T. Fact.
Let's talk about that. What was that like? Let's talk about Torrence's time when he got his first offer, and then we're gonna talk about Tank's.
Okay.
Actually, no. We're start with Tank first because you're a little bit more hype. All right. Let's. So Tank, what was your first offer?
It was Pitt.
Oh, so you got Pitt, University of Pittsburgh, first offer. So FBS D1. What's the situation? Walk me through the whole scenario. What's happening? How did it happen? And then walk me through what you felt like.
Okay. This is a crazy experience.
All right, let's talk about it.
What was we at? We was at J.O. in Texas.
Junior Olympics, Houston.
I was a freshman. I ran my PR before I ran J.O.'s was like a 10.8. And I went out there like a 10.63, ain't gonna lie. I was so happy, bro. I ran like a 10.63, so I got back to, I was sliding, ain't gonna lie. So we got back to like the Airbnb. We got back to Airbnb. We was all in the room just playing a game and all that. Just everybody was happy. Everybody was doing good that day. Happy.
To put this in perspective too, he was 14 at the time.
Facts.
Sliding a 10.63. Just put that in perspective.
Crazy hard work right there.
For real though. That's just raw right there though. It got crazy out of that. And then shoot, we was in there playing a game and then my dad had FaceTime me. And I know whenever my dad FaceTime me, he don't even FaceTime, he called me.
Okay.
When he FaceTime me, I know it's something serious.
All right.
So I was like, hold on, cut the game on, pause the game right quick. It was like 20 of us in the room, angle. I was like 20, like a little room. We was all in there. He had FaceTime, I was like, oh, be quiet. And then he was looking at me, smiling, like, oh yeah, this guy was something good right here. And then he was like, Tank, I was like, what's up? And he was like, Pitt had offered you. I was like, wait, what? I'm talking about. I looked at T, I was like, hold on, we can't get crazy yet. And I was like, angle out. Whatever he said after that, I was not listening. But I was waiting to hang up that phone and get crazy. But I was like, oh, y'all gotta hear you post it. But he was like, nah, just wait till you get all done with you running and all that, and then come home with that P5 offer. Mm-hmm. And after, you know what I'm saying, we were talking up about that. We was talking up about stuff like that.
So
then I had what you said.
So you're saying he told you that, and then you hung up the phone.
Yeah, I had.
Okay.
Cause he was talking more. Ain't but I wasn't listening. I was too happy. And then I hung up the phone.
He was tired.
We broke. Ain't lie though. Coach EJ don't know this, but we broke like 3 beds. Broke the TV, everything. But we was there 2 turns.
Got the cleaning fees.
It's Coach EJ. I'm sorry, man.
Damn
man. Yeah, he have to pay for that.
He gonna get you back with that.
Yeah, we got you
later.
Trust, we got you. And then she was in there T, and then I ain't like come my posse down like, yeah, I gotta post it. I'm too happy. He was like, all right, then go ahead, Tank, go ahead. So I done posted it, and I wanted to go tell like, all the coaches, like Coach EJ, all my track coaches and all that. And then she was T. I was too happy, bro. We was hurt, bro.
I was happy like I got it.
What? I'm talking about that for the rest of the weekend.
So basically, you were saying you had some guys in there that did have some offers, right?
No, everybody did.
Oh, everyone's had some offers.
Most of them.
Like you say, most of them have some offers.
Yeah.
You're in a room with what, 20 guys? You said?
Yeah.
You get 20 guys.
A lot of people.
You get your first offer. Was there any one guy in there that was there anybody in there that was hated? Was there anybody in there at all?
Nah, that's the thing that you gotta hang around. You gotta surround yourself with people that's genuinely loved for you. You know what I'm saying? So
straight family.
But we was in there so tired, yo. You gotta see it. It's like one of the feelings you can't really describe.
You can't describe it.
It's like definitely the best for that.
So basically, what he's saying is he just got an offer, right? You got everyone in there. Everyone stopped the game, right? He gets an offer. You have 20 guys so hyped for their friend that they're breaking beds, breaking TVs and shit.
It's like him back on the bed.
They're so hyped. So if we're talking about who you surround yourself with, those are the type of people you surround yourself with. Yeah. People that are so genuinely happy for your success that it's shit. They get more hype when you do shit rather than they do shit. They want to talk about you more than you want to talk about yourself.
That's how you gotta be.
So that's some things we can learn. So obviously, number one, you got to put the work in. You got to have results if you want to get the offer.
And be patient too. You gotta be
patient.
Because a lot of guys in my class was getting offers around that time. I was like, I play with these dudes and I know I'm better than them dudes. But you gotta just wait your time. I mean, it do sound like I got an offer early, but guys was getting offers beginning their freshman year and stuff like that. And I was like, I just play with these dudes. I'm better than them. But you gotta just be patient. I'm around to my dad yo, he gotta I just wasn't understanding. Cause I ain't gonna lie, you gotta be patient. You gotta just be patient.
So be patient, right? Put in the work and have the results to be worthy of that offer, right? So understand that you got to be good if you got the offer. And then 3, when you're trying to put that work in, you got to be around people that are genuinely happy.
Yeah, for real, fact.
Okay. All right, so that's Tank's first offer story. You got a little bit of a different offer story. Yours is pretty insane. Yeah. Walk me through your build up to getting that offer. What had to switch mentally? Because you didn't get your. When did you get your offer? How late was that?
It was like May-ish,
May,
beginning of May type. North towards the middle of May.
So your senior year?
Yeah.
So you're saying you're a senior, you're basically about to graduate,
right?
And you don't have really any offers that you know you should have, any big, and no D1, no even really D2. And you're waiting for offers. It's May.
See, patience, bro.
And this guy's running 10.5s all track season. It's May. It's middle of May. He is about to graduate. Yeah. He's gonna have a whole summer to figure it out.
You gotta be patient.
And he didn't get his offer. So that's be patient again. That's both of these guys. You can say from both situations, whether you're a freshman or whether you're a senior, both these guys are telling you, be patient, and your time will come. So walk me through.
When that time comes, we gotta really turn up.
Walk me through that process. You got your stuff late. Walk me through it. He's a freshman, right? Walk me through that process of how you evolved into an athlete that was worthy of a D1 offer. What was that process?
Alright, so this is actually a good story here.
Okay, let's talk
so
about it.
I'll say because originally this track stuff was not in the picture at all. I wanted to play football. I wanted to be a D1 football player in college. So junior year hits. I pulled my hamstring. I'm out for the whole entire junior year season.
Yeah.
So that's out the window.
COVID too, ain't it?
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
I was about to get to that. Track season hits junior year. I'm doing all right. I'm doing around the best in the statewide for the indoor track, but indoor track hits, I do pretty good. Have a decent season, right? Outdoor hits gets shut down because of COVID.
Shit.
So boom. I'm just like, all right, I got to grind super hard for this senior season, right? Senior season hits, I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting a little buzz around the valley, stuff like that, right? We're having a good season. We were 8-1 going into the playoffs. Once the playoffs hit, shut down because of COVID. So boom, at this I'm like, dang, bro, what am I about to do for college? I don't know, this track stuff doesn't go through because of COVID. I don't know what's going on. So honestly, I'm just praying God, if you get me through, if you get me able to run this track season, I promise you, I'm gonna get everything my all, everything.
So faith's been pretty big.
Faith.
We'll talk about that later. But since you're praying, you're like, God, help me get through this track season. You really do need this because you don't know what's going on. So from that point, what's happening?
At that point, just head down, grinding like crazy. Grinding crazy.
So you're grinding, you're already grinding crazy now. Yeah. You're grinding really crazy then. What was that day in the life looking like? It's you're locked in, I have to pull this off or their shit's not gonna work, period. I have to pull this off. You have no other option. What was that day in the life like? What was the mentality going into that? And what was your day looking like as someone who needs to pull this off?
Alright, so to put it in perspective, I don't really come from a family that got that much money and stuff like that. So I know if I needed to go to college, I needed to have a full ride or I wasn't going at all. So off the top of that, I'm just going in my head all right, every practice I'm I gotta be better than everybody, I gotta be perfect, I gotta win every rep, everything gotta be right or I'm not making it out of here, regardless. And I wasn't trying to be like everybody else staying here. So off that, I'm just grinding hard as I ever can be ever in practice. And it started paying off. I just started seeing once I was just head down, grinding, I just started to see me starting to separate from everybody else. People who was faster than me sophomore year, junior year, I was gapping bad. So I was dang, bro. Once I saw that progress, that's what made me turn up even more.
Once you see success, it's gonna make you want to. That's how I'm saying. Okay. Once you get to that success part, it's gonna make you want to it's gonna make you want to fiend for that success. Wow. You gonna want that success.
So once I got that success, I see what I was putting in, was doing good. I was all right, I gotta go 10 times harder than that. Because if I'm already seeing some progress right now, if I go in even harder than what I was going to go in, then I'm gonna get even more results.
So you're saying are you doing more volume training, or are you just even going mentally harder and being even more intentional with what you're doing? So how does that mean when you go 10 times harder? Is that more volume? Is that more intentionality? Is it more technique work? Is it more nutrition? What's that 10 times harder look like? Is it a mental switch? What would you say that switch is when you had to even up it up? When you're upping it every time, what's that switch look like? Is it a more volume, or is it a more mentality? Is it what is that?
I would say when I started seeing that little progress, I say I was just going good, hard in practice. I was trying to make sure I wasn't getting beat in every rep.
Even more
killing myself to the point where I'm vomiting every practice. So
damn.
Right. The other part where I'm all right, let's go. I gotta lock in even more. I'm doing more stuff off the track because you can't go crazy hard and do after hours in track or you're gonna burn yourself. You need to recover. Recover is one of the key parts of track. So I say nutrition. I was all right, I'm making these smoothies, putting kale and stuff like that, making sure I'm getting extra veggies and stuff like that, taking my vitamins at night, getting hydrated good, cause I never really drunk water like that crazy in high school, so I was just making sure walking around school with a gallon of water, stuff like that. Going to what's it called? I had locked in with my school trainer, Coach Mike. Trainer Mike. Shout out, Trainer Mike.
Fact.
A lot.
He definitely is clutch.
I got his number. I'd be coming in and just locking in with him, making sure I could do everything I can. Cause I searched up on YouTube what D1 athletes do, D1 track athletes, and they were saying rehab is one of the best things, prehab. So I was going to him. He stretched me out. I do little exercises and stuff like that before practice. So. Yeah, and once I did that, my results started going even higher.
So let's talk about exactly what he was doing. So let's talk about some key things. He said he ate right, he focused extremely hard at practice, he stretched and did rehab and took care of his body, he went to the weight room, he put in extra work, and he pushed himself. Not one time did we hear, I was just genetically gifted. Not one time did we hear, man, I just did my thing and ran. Not one time did we hear, man, I just caught a lucky break and I'm just happy and lucky to be here. All 6 things he said were things that he could control. Every single person on planet Earth is capable of taking hold of those 6 things, assuming you're in a first world country, right? Every single person can control their nutrition. Every single person can control their mentality, their approach, their intentionality with what they're doing. Going to the gym, putting extra work in, doing the little things, and doing the things you might not want to do, and focusing extremely hard and doing that every single day when you know that's what it takes to be successful. He probably didn't want to put in extra work and get up early and spend the extra time making smoothies and vitamins. But do you think he had time to say, I don't feel like it today? No, because he didn't have an option, right? He didn't have time to be upset about anything else. He didn't have time to go to parties. He didn't have time to worry about what the next Netflix show is. He was focused 100% work, and he controlled what he could control and let the rest carry out. He did everything he needed to do, controlled everything he could control, controlled his controllables, and worked viciously on what he could do. He could control. He wasn't calling all the coaches asking, why are you offering me? He can't control the offers, but he could control the work he put in, how intentional he was, what he did every single day with no excuses to control how he can affect his body, his performance, make it his fault. It's my fault I didn't get the offer, so I'm going to be better. And then eventually all this work led you to eventually getting some offers. Let's talk about...
I can't remember that first offer.
What was the first offer you got?
First offer was Ohio State.
Ohio State. So his first offer, no offers freshman year, no offer sophomore year, no offer junior year, no offer senior year track. Nothing. A couple months go by, and then Ohio State pulls the trigger on Torrence. Walk me through what you were doing at the time, what was happening, and just walk me through that feeling of what happened when you realized, like you had that sigh of relief, I made it. What was that? Let's walk through that.
Alright, so I was actually at we was all at a JV track meet. Right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
At the practice, yeah. We was hosting JV track meets, right? So I'm out here helping. I'm at the long jump pit helping out the little kids, right? And yeah, I'm just out there helping out, and my phone ring, and it's a Columbus number. I don't answer random numbers.
That boy don't answer that phone at all.
I don't answer random numbers. I barely answer the phone at all. So I just saw a random number and I was like, nah. So I didn't even look at it. But then my cousin Heeb, shout out Heeb.
Oh yeah,
he's like, answer the phone, bro. I'm like,
that's how he
I was like, all right, bro. I answered the phone. I'm like, hello, because I'm fed up. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a telemarketer.
I hate the spam call, bro.
So I'm like, hello, and then he's like, is this Torrence Walker? I was like, yeah. Who's this? And then he was like, what's up? This is blah 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 from Ohio State. This and that. And we just started talking. I'm like, what the? I'm over here looking like this. Everybody like, what on the phone? What on the phone? What on the phone? I'm like, yeah, how you doing? And he was like, yeah, we're very interested in you. All this stuff. He's just talking about. He's complimenting my running style, this and that. Because I guess my coach had sent me like film of me running and stuff like that. Saw my times. He was like, I'd love to talk more to you in depth later because my phone kept cutting out. Because if you ain't never been on that Park Hill, there was no service down there, bro.
No service.
So the phone kept cutting out, and I was like, yeah, I can call you when I get home. So call him when I get home, just throws me off.
What?
Drop the phone, I start crying, bro. I was like, no way.
It'd be like that, dude.
Yeah.
So you said it was a pretty emotional moment for you.
Definitely.
Let's walk through mentally. Like, what was the first thing you thought when he finally was like offer? What did that feel like? And then like in your mentally, what made that such an emotional moment for you, and why did that mean so much to you to finally get that offer?
I think because my mom was kind of stressing because like she really wanted all of her kids to go to college. And my sister, shout out Ree, she's a brainiac, so she got a full ride scholarship off of just straight academics, yeah, straight academics. So I'm not that smart to get the academic scholarship, so I knew I had to do that. And she was like kind of nervous, like she didn't think I was gonna do that. So once I finally got the scholarship, I was just like, Mom, like, you good? Like, we gonna be good. You ain't gotta take out no loan, nothing. So once that happened, I was just like, it was just a big relief.
Oh yeah.
So you said your mom was a big reason why you were kind of just like.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about that a little bit. What role has your mom played in your success, or even just your family in general? What role has she played in your success, and what did that mean to you to come up to your mom after all that hard work and finally say, Mom, I got you, it's paid off, I made it. What role did she play, and then how important was that after the role she played for you to be able to tell that to her?
My mom's
talk about
everything. That's my everything.
Everything.
That's my rock. So
what does your mom do for you to kind of help you every day? And what are some things that you want to thank your mom for that you maybe have never told her thank you for? Obviously, she knows you appreciate her. But what are some things that she does every day? What do moms do every day that goes unnoticed? And what are some things that she does that helps you out every day and just kind of took some stress off you to allow you to focus on your goals and succeed?
Obviously
she's making you food.
Make me food, and roof over my head.
Over your head.
Like, yeah, I think the food and like getting like vitamins and stuff like that, because like that's never on her grocery list. Like I remember I start asking her to get different stuff from the grocery store. She'd be like, "Why are you asking me to get all this? We don't get this." But like, I was like, "Mom, just trust me, I need this." And she's like, all right, put the sacrifice in, started going over her budget to get me food that I needed, stuff like that. Taking me to practices and stuff, all of that. Taking me to go get therapy, stuff like that. And just being a big supporter. Like, she's always been my biggest fan. And like, she's never doubted me and never like said I couldn't do something. So having that, and just she's been a mother. She played every role in my life, mother, father figure, all of that.
Wow.
So I could go on and on about what she did, the sacrifice she
Yeah,
did.
y'all already know that. Mom, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, Mom.
Let's talk about one aspect. We mentioned faith for like 1 second earlier. Now, I don't know if you went to faith by yourself or maybe it was something your mom's helped teach you, but when you talk about family, faith, those usually are linked. What's been your journey in your faith life? And if family's been linked, explain that. And then, but just in general, what's been your faith life? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim? What's been your faith been like, and how have that journey helped you in your athletics?
So I'm Christian.
So you're Christian.
Shout out Jesus, man.
Okay. Shout out Jesus.
I was a church boy growing up. I grew up in the church. So yeah, my whole life, my mom took me to the church. But around once I hit middle school, 7th, 8th grade, I stopped going to church. But my mom's still church. My mom went to church, but I stopped going. But yeah, she's always been a church going woman. So she's always installed God in our life, make sure we put God first in everything. And I say around sophomore year, junior year, I kind of strayed away from God and didn't have as strong as a faith as I used to have. But I feel when you get to your darkest moments and nobody's around you, I feel that, for me at least, that's who I had to lean on. That's who all I had in my corner at that time. Wow. So I feel once I had him in my corner and once I saw what he did for me during that, got me out of that stump, got me to where I'm at today, I can't do nothing else. It'd be out of me, it'd be in my wrong if I didn't share the gospel and share what he did for me and try to not lead people towards his direction.
So you owe it to God, obviously, with everything you have in your life in general, but you owe it to God when, you said, God, please let this work out.
Right.
It worked out amazingly. And like you say, you owe it to God to put his name in the light for the benefits and blessings that he's bestowed upon you and the opportunity he gave you through working hard and staying committed. So now, obviously, God helps you get through that. Right. Now, you're where you want to be. You're still working to bigger and higher goals. What's that faith role play in your life now? And how do you incorporate faith into your life now and hold that message of Jesus Christ high? And how do you incorporate that into your life?
I say now, it's really just trying to get my relationship stronger and try to incorporate him in everything I do first. So what I do, before I work out, I make sure I get a group prayer with everybody. Make sure everybody knows, I'm trying to put God first in everything I do, and maybe try to set an example for people to oh, I like that. Maybe I should start doing that before I work out.
So every workout you pray?
Every workout.
Damn. So even no matter who's with you, you're all right, guys, we're going to pray. This is what we're going to do. We're going to pray. I want to incorporate God into my life. We're all going to pray together. Because
I feel that really helps me practice, making sure I put God before everything, because nothing is bigger than him in my life.
Wow. That's amazing. So now what would you say to a young kid who maybe has some people around him that really are not good for his faith in God? What would you say to a young kid who really wants to get involved with God and the church and is just kind of lost in his faith life, or maybe was someone who had lost his touch with God, like you had mentioned that you had been? What would you recommend to people who haven't found their way with God or are just questioning? What would you recommend to someone who to get in contact with God and really strengthen their bond with Christ?
One, I would say that it's never too late to ever reach out, get in God's corner. It's never too late.
What's that process like? How do you reach out? How do you do that? How would you do that?
How I got close, it's really different for everybody. A lot of people going to church to do it, but me, I feel for my journey, it was more me by myself, having a faith, more relationship type, instead of listening to a pastor just teach. So it was stronger for me to build a relationship with him. Really, I feel you find him more in your darkest situations. So I say if there's something that's going wrong in your life right now, I say just try praying once. Just try praying. Just give all your worries, put all your worries on him. Tell him everything that's going on, and after that, just
you're good.
Yeah,
damn. All right, so
see how that goes.
We hit family, and then we hit faith with Torrence. Let's start back over with the family, and let's talk about how families play a role in Tank's life. Let's talk about who's your biggest. How has your family support system help you? let's talk about how your family and how that support systems help you grow. And what are some things that they do that you want to give a shout out for?
Shout out everybody, all my family members I live with, all that. They already know.
So you say mom, dad, sisters,
mom, dad, sisters, dogs, all of them.
Dogs, everything. All family. All right, let's talk about them.
You said support wise?
Yeah, so you got your mom and your dad. What's your dad done? I know your dad. Your dad's a cool guy. I know your mom.
Yeah.
Nice lady. So what are some things your dad has done first off to help you? Yeah. What is does he push you? Does he work out with you? How does that?
He definitely be on me. He main thing he try to tell me is never get comfortable, because when you get a lot of success, you're gonna start feeling like you can get away with certain things that people, but you don't. But it's at the end of the day, it's like someone is the same type of success you're getting. It's the same success somebody else will get. It's not like you're only, So like always just stay like,
He keeps you humble. He keeps you
grounded.
grounded.
He gotta keep you humble.
So he keeps
you humble. He keep me humble. He was hard on me as a youngin'. He was definitely hard on me. It was daily we beefing, ain't gonna lie. We beefing. It be like that though, cause I like to ask questions, and I like to ask like, why am I, like why am I doing this? Why am I getting in trouble for this? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day though, like me getting older now, I'm realizing like it helped me though. I ain't gonna lie. But as a youngin' though, I wasn't like it.
So you didn't understand why he was so hard.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. But now that I realize though, I'm thankful for that, for real. Like it made me like that's why I feel like I'm more mature than the average 17-year-old.
You're coachable.
You're
willing to open to criticism.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta be able to take criticism.
Okay. So let's talk about that. So what would be examples of things you were like, Dad, what the hell are we doing? And then now looking back, if you have one, what's an example of maybe something that you didn't understand, but now looking back, you're like, shit, I needed that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a drill where he's telling you to do this. If it was just a mindset, or maybe just little things where you're like, why does that matter? And then now you're like, I'm very thankful for that.
I say really anything that like I'm struggling with. Like I'm struggling with something, he'll just like tell me like you gotta get on your game, right? You gotta tighten up. And then I agree with him about that. It just the only thing my issue be, I just try to tell him like it's not as easy as
it's not easy as it looks.
I gotta really go out there and really, it's harder than being said. But I can understand what he be saying though. And you know what I'm saying? After I get it right, we be chilling.
So you basically say your relationship with your dad.
We real solid. But my mom, she more laid back. She more like she more laid back. She don't like to get in between like she just let me do, she trusts me in certain situations. So she's more nicer. She's not that hard. She's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? My pop's gonna be on me though, but I like that though. Is it like good cop, bad cop? Bad. But he be on me though, and it helped me though, definitely. It's the reason why I'm high.
Okay. So as I talked about faith with Torrence a little bit, let's talk. Has faith played a good role in your life? Has faith played a big role in your life? Have you been in the church? What's been your relationship like with God? And if you have a message to anybody looking to get into God, what would you recommend them?
I ain't gonna lie. As a kid, I didn't really go to church that much.
Really?
I used to go when I go to my grandma's house and stuff like that. Everybody, grandma used to go to church every Sunday. It was days you wake up with
grandma. I ain't trying
to go. I'm sleeping in bed, everything. If I'm high and all that, I'm not trying to go to church. The church like 3 hours long. I'm in there falling asleep. But every time I went, it was cool. I liked it. It is like I'm gaining that. I'm trying to get that bond right now, like praying and stuff like that. Like trying to get that stronger. Cause sometimes I tend to forget what all the success I be having. Like I tend to forget about it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. But now that I'm I see that we pray before we work out and stuff like that. So that kind of helped me. Like before I go to sleep, I be trying to. It's hard with praying. I be trying. I just.
But like you said,
you gotta just talk how you talk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just talk. And then I learned that though. Like when T-Walk, when we work out, we pray before we do stuff. Like before we run, and then we pray after. So now I try to do before I always pray before I eat. But I didn't pray before I go to sleep, and really thank God for really being blessed how I am for.
So basically, you're saying you were as strong in your faith, but by surrounding yourself with people who are stronger in their faith, and help you strengthen your faith just by proxy, by being around them.
Yeah, you learn something new every day, honestly. I didn't know how to pray for the longest.
Really,
I always I never knew how to pray.
Okay, so that's a good example. So if someone didn't really know how to pray. You're someone that said, I really know how to pray. What was that approach like at first? How did you pray? And then how would you realize like oh, this shit like works?
I really just I just thought you had to speak like a different way,
a fancy way.
Yeah, I didn't. You really just really just say how you feeling to God.
It's just a conversation.
Really just like how we talking right now. Like really just say how you feel, get everything off your chest, and shoot, just thank Him for all that. Hey man, you lit, you good. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
So I got a question for both of you now. So what would you say? Obviously, you have strong role models in your life.
Yeah.
You have strong role models in your faith. You have strong people around you to keep you accountable. What would be one thing you guys have taken from all these mentors, whether it's on the field, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family? What would be let's get 3. If you guys had to give 3 pieces of advice of things that you want mentally, that when you hold yourself, what are like status symbols? What are criteria you hold yourself to every day to be as successful as you can? You give your top 3 things of like, this is my creed, my code of how I live my life, and this is my top 3 things that are just important. Whether it's hard work, discipline, courage. What would be your guys' top 3 things that you want to pieces of advice, 3 attributes that if you had to show someone these are the 3 attributes I'd recommend for you for success? What are your guys' top 3 attributes? You would say?
I'll go first.
All right.
I'd say 1. Like you talking about like
character traits.
Oh, character
discipline,
traits.
hard work.
Okay.
What would you say is important? You give away all other ones. Like for me, I would say number 1, discipline. Right? You could be motivated.
Oh, okay.
You gotta be disciplined.
Yeah. Okay, I'd say 1, accountability. I always say accountability for your actions. You feel what I'm saying? Hold yourself at a higher standard.
So basically, you're saying is you don't blame other people.
Nah, you can't really. Cause at the end of the day, it's going. Everything gonna come off your performance. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you and your own body to do what you gotta do. You can't really blame that on too many people.
We got accountability.
Accountability. Dang,
That's
another one.
You got one?
I say
It could be the same. Accountability is definitely a good one.
consistency.
That's something I'm still working on.
So accountability,
consistency is the hardest.
Because like
That's the hardest thing with doing this sports stuff.
every day you're not gonna be motivated.
Not going to do it. Like yesterday, we just talking about how we ain't gonna do it, but we still had to go out there.
Yeah, you don't like be motivated.
So when you feeling sore, you're not going to feel it.
So
basically,
basically, what your guys are saying is, if you don't feel like it, there isn't some magic David Goggins YouTube video you're gonna click on. It's gonna tell you to carry the boats, and you guys are gonna instantly get up and feel like working out. Right, you just gotta get up and go, even though you don't feel like it.
You gotta bump that YB and get right.
Okay,
you gotta bump that YB and get that move.
So even though you guys, obviously, you're in a situation now where you're good, you're obviously not at the end of your careers. How do you stay consistent? How do you stay disciplined when you don't feel like going? What do you tell yourself? Like, listen, like obviously we gotta do this shit. How have you built that up, and what's that conversation like in your mind? Like, let's go.
I say just 1, remembering where you came from and remembering your past.
Remember, you can have a, what's the word? How my dad said it? It's like it's a good issue to have. You could be somewhere like, you know what I'm saying, struggling and like having issues about something totally different, but just having the issue of just getting up and working out, like that's the best. There's no better.
Basically, tell you guys are short.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It could be a lot of other issues that, you know what I'm saying, that could be really. But having that issue of just like just working out and everything is just like, you ain't gotta pay for it. At our school, everything free, so we work out. Everything's free for us. You know what I'm saying? We got the access to everything. So
basically, you're saying perspective. When you're like, I gotta go do this, you're like, you look at it from a different perspective of like, shit, I'm grateful that I don't want to do this shit. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity of the luxury of feeling like not doing it. Because some people don't have the luxury of even think about it. Because they gotta do that shit regardless, whether they got a broken arm or broken leg. They gotta make the bills.
You have to remember, you blessed, bro. You gotta just take advantage of what you know what I'm saying, what God gave you.
All right, so we got consistency. We got accountability. Is there any other ones? Maybe not have 3. Is there any other key attributes that you would be like this stands out to me, or attributes of something you're maybe even working on right now? What would be something you would recommend in terms of maybe it's something about how to interact with people. Maybe it's a personality trait that you haven't got yet. Is there anything else maybe?
I'll say maybe just being positive.
Positivity.
Yeah, like everything. Everybody's gonna have twists and turns in your life, bro.
Yeah.
But it's how you handle them. So if you handle them negatively and beat yourself about it, you're just gonna stay down, and it's gonna take you a long time to get back up. But if you stay positive, that road can turn faster than staying in the negative mindset.
So I say perspective in positivity, and then we'll throw resiliency in there with positivity. You know, you gotta some shit happens to you, you gotta just let that bounce off you, right? You guys have a lot of issues come up, you know, especially you guys said you've had not necessarily rough upbringings, but you've had upbringings that weren't as good as some people. Right? If you look at other people and you say, man, maybe I don't have this, maybe I don't have that. But you know, you guys had what those people never have, which is an undying work ethic and something to chase. Yeah. You know, some people honestly don't have the luxury of having to push themselves with no other choice. Yeah. And it served you guys well, and now you guys have a work ethic. Now that you're pushing yourselves even harder because you've seen what that work ethic can get you. You guys agree with that?
100%.
All right, we have some serious stuff. Now we're gonna go into some of these damn questions that y'all ask. Some of these crazy questions that I've seen. All right, first, let's talk about this. What's something that made you guys commit to your schools? You had OVs, you had official visits, you had unofficial visits, you see the hype on Twitter, the uniforms. What would you say made you commit to Virginia Tech? Because obviously, this guy didn't get offers so late, but when they did roll in, they rolled in. So he had a lot of options. How did you choose Virginia Tech?
Well, my recruiting process was kind of weird because it was still during COVID, so I really wasn't able to visit like any of the schools or nothing because they were all under like COVID protocols and stuff like that. So really, I committed off of just the relationship bond I had with my coaches, and then obviously seeing like what the athletes there was doing. Like Virginia Tech was a powerhouse in the ACC. They was winning back-to-back ACC championship rings, and I just felt like I don't know if I'll make another one.
Damn, you're gonna be the next.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's talk about Florida. This is recent. You had Alabama, arguably maybe the GOATs of all-time college football. Yeah. How do you turn down? Obviously, your schools offered you first, like Pitt, you had WVU. Yeah. How do you turn down an Alabama? Obviously, SEC is no walk in the park, but how do you turn down Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Mount Everest of college football? How do you turn that down and choose Florida? And what was that process like in your recruiting process? How was the recruiting process for you, and what ultimately made you choose Florida?
My recruiting process, it was getting kind of overwhelming at points and stuff like that. It was coming fast. But what made me really commit to UF, mainly, what was the question again?
What made you commit to Florida? What was the deciding factor?
Okay. Mainly the development part, like Coach Gonzalez, Coach Billy Napier, the head coach. They all like coach good receiver guys like Calvin Ridley, Coach Napier, Coach Gonzalez, Coach. Dang, he put me at number one.
Some good guys.
He goes some goals.
The experience of the coaching staff, the professional ability of the coaching staff, their ability to take high-level talent and make them even better, you would say?
And I wanted to play the SEC. I feel I'll get challenged more, and I'll get to my full potential in the SEC football-wise. And also, another big thing that Florida had over other schools was their track program. They got I think they got one of the best track programs probably.
So we're gonna dual sport in college, right?
And it do sound good to win a national championship in track and football.
That ain't too bad.
That ain't too bad.
Do some wrist curls, damn ring's gonna be on the finger.
But yeah, that's probably the main thing.
Ain't too bad.
They are just the best fit for me.
Obviously, the uniforms aren't too bad.
Oh yeah, you got top five.
Kodak isn't too shabby of a guy to be hanging around with.
Oh no, I gotta beat Kodak.
You ever met Kodak guy?
I gotta beat.
Oh, y'all okay?
I gotta talk.
So what would you say are you most excited for when you get to Florida? They got some bling, they got some stuff. What do you? Obviously, winning championships and putting the work in. That's a given. We know you're gonna do that. What would you say is one thing you're just like, shit, I can't wait to get on campus. I gotta do this. What would you say that's the biggest thing? The gear, the fans, the just the
I'm gonna probably say
camaraderie?
like I done signed a few autographs already, but like after a game type autograph though, like that would be it's different from like college, like people that I haven't grew up around, like you know,
people that don't know you,
but people that don't know me, that's gonna
So you're excited for the fan base,
like
the Gator fan base,
and that's really another thing I'm excited to see is like me at my full potential, like that's gonna be real scary for people. I ain't gonna lie.
So now mentally, what's the game plan coming in? How everybody's got the best facilities in the SEC. Nobody doesn't have. Nobody's winning because they have the extra stretch, the extra. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Mentally, it's gonna come down to the work you're putting in and the intensity and what the mentality you bring every day. Yeah. What's gonna be like? What's your mentality coming into college, and what do you plan on doing to get the edge and eventually, rise up against the competition and make it to the NFL?
Mainly just. Like to not be scared to learn new things. Like
be open to
be open. Like you can learn from
criticism.
You can learn from anything. Like from the worst receiver on the team to like the best receiver. You can learn something and add that to your game. You can never knowledge. You can knowledge is everything.
What you're saying again? We got a theme recurring here.
Yeah.
Be humble.
Yeah.
Open to humble. That means be open to criticism. Mm-hmm. Talk to anybody and everybody. You're not too good.
Ask questions.
You're not too good. Yeah. Always be open to more knowledge and keep improving every day because there's something you always got to learn from somebody.
And when people not looking and when the camera's not on, still
integrity
and still just keep working like the cameras is still on you. And then when the cameras are on you, you gonna know how to act because you're gonna really turn up like really just
Just keep it rolling.
Yeah, nobody watching.
All right, next question is gonna say.
What are you got?
All right, so let's talk about obviously track's a little bit harder, but we'll talk about football's a little easier. But let's talk about first in track. What would you say your hardest matchup has been? Who's the hardest guy you've raced against? Who is someone that every time you race you're like, yeah, I gotta bring it because. I know everyone's fast in college, but who is someone? Maybe it's someone that you never raced against, but you're chasing. Who's that person that you're just like, I gotta beat him? Who is that?
I'll say the hardest person the fastest person I ran against, was what's his name?
What school?
Courtney Lindsey.
Damn.
He goes to Texas Tech. He's a 100-meter national champion this year.
What was his time?
He went 9:89.
Oh!
Yeah,
he's loud.
So, I ran against him my freshman year. He was on the same leg as me as nationals, and he ate me up. He ate me up. I ain't gonna lie, he ate me up. But,
damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm gonna get back.
Oh my God. All right, let's talk football. Mm-hmm. Come on, we got someone that's still chasing.
Okay.
Let's talk about football. We got camps, one-on-ones. Multiple different. We got West Virginia High School. We got all those guys from Virginia. We got IMG, the best in the nation. We got everybody. Who would you say? There's somebody that stands out. Someone you win against that you're like, they're a baller. Who is someone that maybe got the best of you, or someone that you're battling, or even someone that you're chasing that you still gotta beat?
I'd say the hardest person. I don't think nobody really just stopped me to the point where
there's some guys.
People win reps though, but I don't think nobody stopped me to the point where
there's some guys that we go against all the time that I would say are pretty damn good.
They are good, but I don't got out of 10 reps though, I don't got them stop at 10 reps. But there's some guys that I can name.
We go to the field all the time.
Who was the toughest matchup?
Okay, toughest matchup. He didn't feel it. I don't count.
But that's the competition you're with.
Yeah, you're right. So, but it's my boy Zach Ford at IMG though. He a sophomore. He definitely gonna be the best, the number one player in the class. He was hard. Like when I first got IMG, he showed some things I ain't never seen before. That boy still fly out there though. He gonna
Okay. So obviously he said right now in terms of people in his level, we got who is this?
Zach Ford.
Straight. So shout out Zach Ford. Obviously you're impressing this guy. You must be pretty damn good. But also there's a name we threw in there. This guy's going against CJ Goodwin. NFL could be a Hall of Famer in terms of the Dallas Cowboys in terms of special teams. NFL cornerback. Guys doing reps against Julio Jones and Amari Cooper every day. And Tank's going against him every day. He's not backing down. He's not saying them guys are too good for me. He's not saying I don't know if I can. He's not sitting in the back waiting for the other guys to take the reps. He's with this guy damn near every day at the field, repping with NFL players.
Oh yeah.
Why? Because he wants to get beat up and he wants to feel like shit? No. But because he knows it's going to make him better, and he surrounds himself with people that he knows are going to make him better. And then again, like IMG, well, let's talk about that. We have all talked about this. You got to surround yourself with people that are going to make you better. You got to put yourself in a position that you're going to improve. You can't be around losers because you're going to be a loser. So when you went to IMG, obviously you didn't go to IMG because there were some bums. You didn't go to IMG because there were scrubs. Why did you choose IMG as the school you wanted to go to, and how did that process happen, and how's that going for you?
I just felt that it would get me most prepared for college. Because I'm going to the SEC, I gotta get trained like I'm about to go to the SEC. And like IMG is already like I'm an SEC, so I thought I'm gonna get a step ahead. You feel me? I'm going against the best in the nation. We got all the number one guys on the team. We're not losing.
Damn.
And like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mason get me right.
So we're gonna make a run for the national championship this year. What we're saying.
Yeah,
Okay, so we gotta look out because IMG isn't exactly somebody you can count out when it comes to high school football. So coming this year, we're gonna what number you got this year?
Number 10.
Number 10, IMG. You're gonna be looking out. Is there any other guys on the team that you think are gonna have some crazy years? Everybody crazy years. It's hard. It's hard to have a standout guy when you got a team of number ones, but because they all standout guys and they're all on the same team.
Yeah,
so if there is a team anywhere that can beat them, I put my money up against IMG because I like what I see from the looks of that team. All right, so we got some more questions. We're talking about. We'll get into more some track stuff now. What would you guys say, getting into track, is in the 100 meter, we can even throw 200 meter in there, what's the biggest key? Obviously there's a ton of variables, but what would you say is one thing, if you would give one piece of advice in the 100 meter, what would you give out in the 100 to help, what is a common mistake? Or what would you give to kids who struggle in the 100 that maybe have helped you guys that you would give out to them?
I'll say...
If there isn't one, name a couple.
I say... not being patient and not trusting the drawing phase. Because I feel
you talking about the 100?
Yeah. I feel like in a 100, it's such a fast race that people tend to, once they see people pass them, get out of their drive phase and get up and try to chase them. So I feel like you just trust your drive phase and run your race and it'll pan out.
Yeah, man, that's really what he really just said what it is, for real.
Wow.
Get out. You gotta get out though.
You do gotta
get out. When we get to levels when they get fast, you can't just be playing like you gotta get up. Cause you ain't all that hawking people now. At some point, it ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be that easy. But if you get out, you know what I'm saying, be patient, try phase, get relaxed, getting up. Okay. Pump them arms, get knees up.
And now are these things like you can work on outside of just being fast? So,
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the way he said when he was like warming up, like he warmed his
being intentional.
Yeah, like it's just muscle memory. You gotta just do it.
So just being consistent every day.
Oh, that was my problem. I wasn't working on that. I would just do it when I'm running. I wouldn't like intentionally do it while I'm like warming up, stretching and stuff like that. But it made it happen so you can be straight. All
right, let's throw a random question in here. If it wasn't football or track, obviously you guys are football and track guys.
Okay.
Well, let's ask two of you. What sport would you be best at? If you couldn't play those sports, decided they're not sports anymore, what sport would you play? And then after that, what's just your favorite sport in general, whether you watch? Maybe you might not be the best at it, but what's your favorite to watch? So let's start with, what sport would you play? What sport could you honestly say I could be the best in the world at if it wasn't football or track? What would you say?
I'd say like best in the world, like me being like totally honest.
Yeah.
I'd say soccer, boy.
Soccer.
I'm kicking that and they not gonna catch me, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick as hard as I can. They're not gonna catch me, bro.
Okay.
I mean, my footwork already clean, so
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah, we do.
Tank will be a force with Ronaldo.
I wouldn't say basketball, but I ain't 6 feet. So
yeah. If you had to be the best in the world in sport, what would you say?
I'd say baseball.
I'm about to say that. Baseball.
I was going to say curling. Baseball,
baseball.
Curling.
Baseball, I used to be tough at baseball. That was my favorite sport at the time. But I just got bored.
Would you be would you just be like a designated base runner, or would you pitch? What was that?
I was slamming shit.
Okay.
I was stealing bases all day. I was a closer pitcher.
Now you a bat flipper? You flip the bat and watch it go, or what's that like?
I didn't have no swag back then. I'll get disrespectful now. Bat flip all that.
Okay.
Nah, for real.
Going at the pitcher all that.
Okay. Now, what's your all favorite sport just to like watch? What's the best sport other than obviously football and track? What's the best sport? Is like you get front row tickets. What sport you got, guys? Basketball.
Yeah. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
Matter of fact, that was my first my favorite sport for real.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie, if I'm going front row, I gotta watch boxing.
Boxing.
Yeah.
I was about to just say boxing, a little light finger, but
boxing.
Boxing. MMA, boxing. That's
LED.
Floyd Mayweather.
Boxing.
Yeah, boxing.
If I saw like a tank fight up close,
that'd
that'd be crazy.
Dang, I wouldn't even think about boxing.
Yeah,
It'd be a boxing and basketball facts.
All right, another one. Let's talk about this one. It's gonna be more. This one maybe talk. I'm gonna rephrase. It says how to get recognition. Obviously, be good at your sport if you want recognition for it.
Yeah.
But for number 2, what are some things you can do to get exposure as an athlete? Both of these guys are coming from West Virginia. What did you guys do to get more exposure as athletes coming from an area that's not recruited too highly? Obviously, track. You gotta have the numbers, but like you were a senior running great numbers, but you didn't get offered till after your senior season. What are 2 things you guys have done for both of you? What are some things you've done to put yourself out there and get exposure, and how have you helped market yourself to get the offers and success you've had?
You wanna go first?
Yeah, I'll say like for track base, you gotta have them times. But it's really all about who you know and stuff like that. You can't be you can't just sit around and expect offers to come.
Let me ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question one more time. I'll turn this.
There you go.
Awesome. Alright, so we're gonna ask another question. He said, what do you do to get recognition? I'm gonna rephrase it. So I obviously come from West Virginia. We're not exactly known for being the powerhouses of really any sport other than maybe like rifle shooting in college. But other than that, there's really nothing West Virginia dominates in. You know, what is an example something you guys have done to get exposure as athletes from an under-recruited area? What would you recommend to kids to help market themselves? You know, the world of sports is a business. The athletes are the product. How do you market that product? Obviously, first of all, have a good product. Number 2, how do you market that product once you've refined it to get that attention, to get those buys, to push the offers, to set yourself up for success?
Okay. So I'll say one, if you want offers and stuff like that, you can't just sit around and just even if you're good, you can't just sit around and just expect offers to come. You gotta sell yourself. So I say you gotta definitely email coaches, stuff like that, connections, see if somebody knows somebody that knows somebody at a college, something like that, obviously. And just making sure if you're gonna sell yourself, you gotta I like how you use that, you gotta sell the product. If you're the product, you wanna make sure you're at your top best self. So making sure you're at your peak game. If you're at your peak game, when you sell yourself, it should be undeniable that they don't want you.
Yeah.
So
okay. Let's talk about this. So you came from an area where, like you said, you were playing with some guys that you played with. They got offers before you, and then you got the offers.
Yeah.
How was that switch? Do you think if you would have stayed in Virginia, you would have got them sooner? Yeah. And if not, when you came to West Virginia, right, especially in football, there isn't too many guys getting Alabama offers from West Virginia. So how did you get exposure for yourself and help market yourself to get these big offers and get these big time plays?
I say, man, you gotta go to camps,
camps.
Especially if you come from like not a powerhouse state, you gotta go to camps and show the coaches that you really like that. You gotta go show them. Cause if you come from an area that's not big on football, that's not crazy like a Texas or Florida, they're gonna question you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try you and be like, nah, you're not really playing with nobody. Cause you gotta go to camps and show them I'm really who I say I am, and make a Twitter too. You gotta have a Twitter. You gotta post on it. You gotta post your one-on-ones, workouts. like all like you gotta get your bio right, all that. And just post on Twitter, like your route running, somebody gonna see it. All it takes is like 2 retweets and you lit on Twitter.
So you said social media is a big part.
Yeah, you gotta.
So in terms of like your image on social media, I see a lot of guys that really don't have too good of an image on social media. They post some stuff that's kind of iffy. What do you guys recommend to kids? What's good to post on social media, and then what is not good? Even if it's just not posting stuff on Twitter, obviously you can't just be crazy on social media. And obviously, surround yourself with good people first, so you're not doing dumb shit anyway. But if you're always around dumb shit, and you need to not let people know that that's your vibe, how do you make sure social media looks good? And what's been your guys' go-to to keep your social media clean and make, when coaches look at it, that they have a good idea of who you are as a person? How have you done that?
Just present yourself well, like how you would present yourself in person. Present that on social media. Just post. Like you're not gonna see LeBron posting nothing crazy. You know, your favorite athlete. You're not gonna really see him. You know, like y'all old enough to know what's right from wrong. Y'all ain't gonna do that unless, you know, like we all know right from wrong. We're not gonna do nothing.
So you mentioned your image in person.
Yeah, you gotta.
You've talked with some serious big time coaches. You've been to some serious places. What business have you all been on? Name some big time schools. So obviously Miami.
I've been to Miami, Florida, Penn State.
You've been to WVU,
Cincinnati.
All big schools. Basically everybody you can name.
Texas.
Right? Yeah. You're talking to coaches who are going to invest pretty much hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships or equipment, whatever it may be. Yeah. When you talk to these big time coaches, or you talk to people at NIL meetings, and you talk to people who are the decision makers, how have you been presenting yourself to coaches, and how do you carry yourself in person to let these people know that they can take a chance on you? And how do you let these coaches know, and people that are willing to take a chance on you, how do you let them know by the way you carry yourself and the way you present yourself that you're the guy?
Just being like respectable, honestly, like
respectable.
Yeah, like being like, I'm not saying like don't be yourself, because they like when they like when you be yourself and like. They just don't be like. You
gotta act responsible. Yeah,
right?
you can't act like it's your friends, right?
It's
business.
It's a business. Yeah, fact.
It's business.
Like after you grow your relationship with them, you can like loosen up a little bit and be yourself. But like just always be yourself though, you know. And they another thing I learned too, like now that I'm like committed and like been through all this, they watch everything you do. Things that you don't know, they watch every single.
Well, give us some examples of shit you're like, damn, I didn't know y'all watched that.
Like. I'm gonna do one like on social media. They like when y'all see schools like that follow y'all and like don't hit y'all up and nothing like that. I mean they just want to see like what you post and like stuff like that. And like when you have person at camps and stuff, like they see when you slacking and like you like just like if you hiding, they gonna see you hiding, like all that. They just know all eyes is on y'all. Like don't have
Wow.
There's like a camera on y'all, like they watch everything.
So basically what you're saying is you gotta be about it all the time.
Basically.
Especially when you're damn in front of the eyeballs. But the best way to get in front of the eyeballs is get in front of the eyeballs, but when you're not in front of the eyeballs, perform like you are every time. Like you said, perform like the camera's on every time.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like,
let's talk about your process. Sorry.
I try to make it to where like I'm always thinking like maybe little kids or kind of stuff like that. So I always like there's always somebody watching. So I just
like my parents on that too. So
what I want to do like to make it seem like I'm a role model for somebody.
So you're thinking about you have young kids looking up that might want to be like you, and you need to set a good example for those young kids they should be like you. When you see parents and you see other people that say, when your kids come up and say, I want to be Torrence Walker, I want to be Hawkins, that's a good thing, right? You want people to say, damn, I want you to be like that too, right?
That's a goal.
So going back to character traits, these guys, integrity, discipline, commitment, positivity, right? They're not negative. These people aren't down on themselves saying, why this happened to me, why this not happened to me. No, they deal with the cards they're dealt, and even though they might not be dealt a full deck, they turn that shit into a full deck, and they get all aces every single time. Right? Because they take what they're given and they make the damn best out of it. And that's what you got to do every single time. All right, so let's get into some more funny questions. All right, so we got some stupid ass questions. Obviously, we got a million. How to get faster? If I'm this, how do I do this? All right, I got some better questions because these kind of suck. So out of y'all two,
okay,
what's y'all favorite game to play on Xbox? Or whatever the game is, PS5, whatever it is, the game.
I'm gonna say Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
I'll be on Warzone going crazy.
What do you play?
2K.
2K?
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
You play 2K?
Yeah.
Alright.
My favorite right now though is
Who's better at 2K?
Me.
So if y'all play,
I got video proof.
Alright, so
I'm putting belt to behind.
so is it play now or blacktop?
Play now.
Does it matter? Does it matter?
It really don't
matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter? Y'all winning?
Play now.
I'm winning.
Alright. Why do you feel you're
Because
better?
I'm getting LeBron. LeBron is great.
So if y'all both have the same team, you win.
Me, Torrance.
Oh, Torrance.
I gotta win that every time.
So what in y'all skill set of 2K makes you stand out from other players?
I got someone like you. I can't get all my hints though. That's how you gonna beat me.
I'm just the greatest.
You're just the greatest?
I'm not humble when it comes to that. That's the only thing I'm not humble with when it comes to.
Yeah, you gotta let them know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the greatest.
Nah.
Favorite? What's the favorite for you? Y'all got a cheat meal. Y'all been grinding in the gym. You've been in the cheat meal. You got one dinner, right? You just run hot ass heat track meet. You won. We'll celebrate with a cheat meal. What we have? What we have? Craziest. What we have?
Talk to me, T.
What we have? What are we going out to eat? Any restaurant? Any food? What are we eating?
Dang, it's too many options.
Alright.
I go shoot. Boy, I can have whatever I want.
Anything.
Okay. I'm talking about 2 double cheeseburgers and a fry.
Shit.
At McDonald's.
McDonald's. Okay. This every day. This every day, by the way.
It was just there though, like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, boom, I'm gonna get that, you know. And then I'm gonna slide Raleigh crib though, cause he be shuffling up, so I'm crazy.
I am the best.
So I got some unhealthy, and then I got some healthy. Good
He be cooking all the good healthy stuff.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
I can't even imagine if he cooks some unhealthy stuff.
Oh yeah,
I
we
would
gonna
get
be
fat.
What would y'all say your favorite meal that I could?
Tough.
I know y'all got two
Go ahead.
different.
Either set of 2. Parmesan crusted chicken with a bison burgers. Y'all gotta try it.
Bison burgers so it is a Dave's hot chicken with hot honey over top. So that's
You can't give out the sauce.
So
I gotta go steak, boy. You can't go wrong with
steak. Can't go wrong with a damn
You
steak.
can't go wrong with that steak, bro. That steak too good.
I used to be cooking well done, medium rare. What's the steak? You like a little?
I don't like that blood though.
You like the blood?
Yeah, I'm
just a little bit of pain, so
no
nothing
go.
crazy.
Yeah. We good. A little bit.
Alright. What do y'all do when you're not? If you have a day off, free time, other than play the game, other than chill on TikTok, what do y'all like to do? If y'all go vacation, what do you want to? If you could do anything and just chill for a day, do something for a day, right? So let's say you're not sore. Let's say you're gonna do anything for the day. What do y'all spend your day doing?
I'm at home. I ain't gonna lie. I'll go hoop. I like hoop. I like playing basketball. But if I'm on vacation though.
Yeah, what's y'all dream vacation?
I want to ride like dirt bikes or something like
dirt
that.
bikes.
I like
Dirt bikes.
Yeah, like
adventure. You don't like to just chill on the beach.
No, I ain't no beach. Like I ain't been to the beach one time before.
If like we at vacation, I'm not doing no like just chill, lay back stuff.
Oh no, we
like
doing stuff.
Fun.
Yeah, like paintball and stuff like that.
Okay.
Something
Activities.
Gotta be something active.
So you gotta do something.
Yeah.
All right. So what's y'all dream?
The water rafting thing was hard though.
Oh yeah, we went whitewater rafting.
That's different. I ain't gonna lie.
Whitewater rafting. If y'all haven't tried whitewater rafting, y'all gotta try it.
It's in PA or Ohio.
Ohio Pile.
Which is
yeah.
Yeah.
We went to PA, then we went to Ohio.
If y'all are around the Wheeling area,
Who's having back and everything?
Ohio Pile, shout out y'all.
Yeah, they got a waterfall. They got a million whitewater rafting course. That's a good time.
Shout out, I don't know your name, bro, but the little hippie instructor.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Shout out, dude. If y'all ever go up there, ask for the hippie instructor. For real, we're gonna get you right.
All right. Last funny question. We're talking. What's your favorite movie? Or TV show, whatever it is. Let's get movie.
Let's go. I'm gonna go TV show first. Alright. Boondocks my favorite.
Boondocks. I've never even seen it, so I've
seen Boondocks.
We'll have to watch it. We'll have to watch it up.
Boondocks is lit. You know what I'm saying? Boondocks, and then I'm gonna go with movies. I'm gonna probably say like Like movies like Friday, Don't Be a Minute.
Friday?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Ice Cube.
Paid in Full, stuff like that.
Okay.
I like the hood gangster movies.
Alright.
For real though, I like those movies.
What do you say?
Show.
TV show or movie you gonna watch?
Cartoon go SpongeBob.
So, okay.
Yeah, cartoon go.
What is my favorite TV show?
What'd you say?
I'm gonna skip that right now. So I got movie. My favorite movie is Rush Hour. All the Rush Hour.
Yeah, I ain't think about the Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
Hard.
I love them. I used to have them on repeat all the time.
Damn.
TV shows. I ain't really got no favorite, but I still haven't finished All American. I mess with All American heavy. I gotta finish that.
Alright.
All American is Snowfall. Snowfall is fire.
Okay.
Nah, y'all looking on Power though. Power that.
See, I ain't seen that yet. I gotta
see.
see.
I'm
the only black person that's never seen Power.
Power like that. Tyreek going crazy.
Now, I got some more questions. These are too good. Alright. Next one. Who got better drip? Who got like better clothes? Who got better swag?
I put it together. I just don't post on social media.
Well, I don't post either.
Yeah. I put it in the highlights, baby. I gotta be putting it together.
What's the go-to? Like, what do we write casual? Is our brands or what speak or what our style?
Nah.
How does
It's not about what you have. It's not about the brand. You gotta put it because a lot of people be having like Balenciaga, they don't be putting it together.
Yeah.
I just don't know somebody with some Walmart drip.
So you can just wear whatever. It's about how you carry yourself. That's the drip.
Yeah, you gotta really put it on.
Drip mentality.
You gotta go with your personality, you know. You spot the box sometimes, but
yeah, like I might not look good in something with y'all.
Yeah.
Do rag, that might not be the move.
What's your go-to like casual,
Casual.
Something clean, something clean.
If it's casual, like I like to be comfy. So like I like sets. Like I throw in like a polo tech, something like that. With some G-Phase.
Okay, see that's the type of time I'm like a Nike tech with a
some
I throw the breads and the bread levels on.
Alright.
Cool grade, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some casual.
Alright, well that's a lot of funny questions I got. We're gonna end on a serious note. We talk about faith, we talk about God, we talk about athletics, we talk about anything else y'all want to maybe hit on that we haven't hit on yet that you can think of at all. Anything y'all want to spit out, any message you want to give to them. Obviously, we talk about our character traits. You know, we're gonna leave them with integrity, being accountable for yourself.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about resilience. Whatever is getting dealt your way, we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna be positive. We're not negative people. Any situation we have, we're gonna make the best out of it. We're talking about self-accountability. No matter what happens, it's your fault. All the good things are your fault. All the bad things are your fault. So whatever it is, it's your fault. Make the best out of it and learn from every experience and learn from everybody. Be humble. You gotta be humble about learn from everyone. You're never too good for knowledge. You're never too good to get better. And that's the only way you're ever going to get better is to constantly learn, constantly be hungry, and constantly strive. And then consistency. You can do all that shit for one day, but if you don't do it every day, there's no point. You got to do it day in and day out. Do the hard shit when you don't want to. And on the days when you don't want to, you got to do that shit better than on the days when you love to.
Yeah.
So is there anything else y'all can do?
I got some.
Let's hear it.
Okay, I had said it earlier. Dang,
you can honestly take it. I can cut it out.
Yeah, let me find it. I ain't gonna lie. People need to start doing it.
You need to make sure that you don't miss anything.
Let me find it.
I can send me the pictures though. I don't know if you got anything else. I don't really know if I can move shit, but
I let him back here.
it might look weird if I move it.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, alright, man, we do that. You ask a question again, I'm gonna do stuff, man.
Nah, just be I mean, just be like, okay, whatever I said.
I say a message. Something that my boy Riley had on this thing.
A whiteboard.
On his whiteboard. He said, "Outwork your self-doubt by being who you say you are." Like, I take that as like, whoever you say you are, you gotta go by that, or that you're gonna get exposed. You know, so like, if you hold yourself at a high standard, perform at a high standard, or like do things at a high standard. So like, you know, you won't get exposed. You know, yeah, you don't want to. It's just bad.
I can't take full credit for that quote. That's a quote by my man Alex Ramazzi. Yeah. I mean, some of y'all are business owners in your entrepreneur space. That's a great quote. The full quote talks about. The full quote is. Okay.
Seriously, you gotta.
Yeah, shout out Alex, man.
So what did boy?
Alright, I can't take full credit for this quote, but I'm gonna read about it. It's by my man Alex Fermazzi. If y'all are entrepreneurs, business people, you guys know who that is. If not, you should know. But the quote says, "You don't become confident by shouting positive affirmations in the mirror, but by having a stack of undeniable proof so big that you are who you say you are, that there's no possible reason that you have any self-doubt. You outwork your self-doubt by being who you say you are." And that's like what Tank says. You can't, don't be about it.
Yeah,
don't talk about it, just be about it.
Yeah,
you don't have to tell everyone how good you are.
Yeah.
You can just show them when you get football. You don't have to tell everyone I'm the best route runner. Go out and run a few routes and they'll tell you, right? You don't see these guys posting on Twitter about how good they are. Yeah. They post clips and highlights of the shit they're doing, right? You don't see Jeff Bezos talking about how these business ideas he has. You know about him because of what he did. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and you're in the grave and you got a stone, all that's all to remember you by, what people are going to remember is what you did and the results you achieved, not the dreams you had to get results and what results you thought you were going to get. It's the results that you had that mattered. And I think that's what we can learn from these two guys. They're talking about what you do is what matters. You can't hang around dreamers. You got to hang around doers. You got to hang around the big dreamers, but you got to hang around the people who are big dreamers that are doing that shit. You can't hang around people who want it all and aren't willing to get it all. Because we all want the same shit. Everyone wants to run 10-4. Not everyone wants to run this and have millions of dollars in NIL. Everyone wants to be D1, but not everyone is D1. And some of y'all could be D1, but you're not willing to be D1. Y'all like TikTok and parties more than you like success. And that's a testament to these two. It could be anybody. These two had every opportunity not to be successful. Every single opportunity in the book not to be successful. If they woke up tomorrow, they decide they don't want to be successful and stop running, that's their choice. But that's not who they are. They've built beliefs and habits and shit throughout their whole life to propel them every single day into ultimate success.
It's always so accountable, man.
You know? These guys don't wake up every day and tell themselves, I'm going to be fast today. No, they run and they get faster, right? Like I said, don't hang around dreamers, hang around doers.
I want to leave off with something. All my kids out there, this could be adults too, everybody out there.
Come on, speak it out.
Have doubts about themselves and like wish they had somebody that believed in them, bro. You don't need nobody to believe in yourself but yourself. Because nobody's going to do what they need to do to get there but only you. Nobody can take you nowhere else but yourself. So don't worry about nobody else believing in you. Believe in yourself at all times. And that strength is going to get you to wherever you need to be. Because I'm living proof.
Better yourself 100 times. And nobody's going to care about you more than you do. Alright? That's a good podcast. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Also, let me ask you all some questions.
Our link trees is going to be at the bottom where you can find all of us at.
Hey, in the link trees below, you're going to have their link trees. It's going to be all their socials down below. I'm going to plug this at the beginning of the video as well, so it should be the second time you're going to hear it. It's going to be their link trees. It's going to be a couple of their businesses. They sell programs. They sell stuff. If you guys want to learn how to get faster, they're going to be selling shit down below. They're going to be selling programs of what they do every single day to get faster. The trials, the lifts, the drills, the stretching, everything they do to get faster and what they do, their nutrition, all of it. They're going to be showing you guys exactly how to do it.
Let's get a, what's it called picture? What's the front jump?
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail, yeah.
We're gonna get thumbnail. So hey, this gonna be.
Look at that.
Hey, so click the links down below. Support these guys. Support their dreams, and go give them a follow. It's free. Give them, you know what I'm saying?
Follow, bro.
Give them a follow, and if you ain't an athlete, go follow their program. If you are an athlete, go follow their program. Support these guys.
Go VT.
Go VT. Go Florida. Go Mercyhurst. D2 out here.
Yes, sir. It's okay though, bro. It's okay.
Thank you guys so much, and hey, we'll see you next episode.
We out. Okay, let's get this thumbnail. How we gonna do the thumbnail?
I'm good.
I'll do the VT. You do the Gators.
Right. What is that? Fucking M. Fucking M.
Boom. That's it right there. Okay. Ooh. Hey,
that shit was turned.
We had